You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
A look at Indiana's starting group. They've got Davion Mitchell. He's out there with Lou Dort. And it's Wingate in at the power forward position. And for San Antonio, we've got Wembanyama. And it's Dennis in at small forward. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Oh, misses the dunk. And it's Dort with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Mathurin, he's checked in for Indiana.
Get the perimeter.
Now here's Westbrook. The D's right on him. And talking about MP's team, the focus is on something we don't always talk about, defense. But this team is outstanding on that end.
Well, we know that in this league, great offense beats great defense. But don't tell MP that. He truly believes that this team is built different.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the dude in their last time out against the Warriors was a big factor. He ended up with 26 points, and he made a lot of shrewd decisions with the ball, which led to a hefty assist total for him. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Outside Mathurin. Lets it fly. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. And the Pacers lead by 9.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Well, the Pacers shooting around 44% in this opening quarter. Now here's Mitchell. He's closely guarded. Wingate passes to Mitchell. Knocks down the triple. Mitchell's got 6.
They've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
The dude gets the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Mitchell misses. Spurs trail by 8. Here's the dude. Sweet little floater. He's got 6.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
The dude's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here's the pick. For 3, Westbrook. That shot missing.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And while we have a moment, a look at the league leaders in fast break points over the last 10 games. The Spurs, second.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
And he drops the first. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. Indiana making a switch here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Pacers leading by 4. Here's Dort. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Here's the dude. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Dort. He's got 9. Zubac's inside. He's against Sohan. And the shot's good.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Spurs trail by 6. Dort with a steal. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Rebound by San Antonio. And this squad has managed the unthinkable, stringing together 34 straight wins and eager to add number 35 tonight. To say they're on a heater is an understatement.
I don't even know how you describe the winning streak this team is on. It's a combination of the talent this crew has, but the confidence and self-belief and togetherness, cohesiveness that these guys have. It's a special thing to behold.
Pass to Reed. Here's Ruiz. Off the mark there with a 3.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Valentine. Dort grabs the miss.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Down low. Here's the dude. Pass to Valentine. 4-3. Fires in the triple. Valentine's got 5.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
What a performance for Lou Dort. He has been the story for the Indiana Pacers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
They've got Castle, and it's the dude in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. The shot by Dort, no good. San Antonio leading. Here's the dude. Morrison with a rebound. Outside Matherin. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Clark, talking about Benedict Matherin, he's another great young Canadian player.
Yeah, they've got a ton of them coming from north of the border, PA. I mean, Matherin, you got R.J. Barrett, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, at this point, you could probably fill a couple of rosters with high-level players that come from Canada.
Wembanyama's checked in for Valentine. Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
Here's Dort. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Three-pointer Matherin. The long-distance 3 is buried. Matherin's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's got a smooth stroke. Even on his catch-and-shoot jumpers, Matherin has excellent form.
Here's Dennis. Opening close, and he drops it in.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Dort for 3. The rebound by the Spurs. This, their first chance to take a look at Indiana this season.
Yeah, they won the title against this team just a few months back. And it's always fun to get an NBA Finals rematch.
2 great teams. This one should be competitive. The whole league will be keeping an eye on this one.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
No good on that one. And the second free throw is good. Here's Dort. He's got 9. Rebound by San Antonio. Castle's got 4 rebounds now. Out to the right wing. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind him taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Here's Morrison. No points yet. Can't hit from in close. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And it's Dort with the ball for the Pacers. 6-point game. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
Thanks to their stellar defensive intensity, they registered a ton of stops in that one.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Pass to the dude. Here's Castle. There's the screen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Matherin. Here's Zubats. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Now just a 1-point San Antonio lead to the inside. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Matherin. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now to the paint. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Castle. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And here's Indiana now. After the basket by San Antonio. And here's Dort. 9 points in the game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Week.
And so the San Antonio Spurs closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be back in a moment.
Losing the rebounding battle, it's easy to lose control of the game. Fortunately for them, they have another half to go.
And next up, here's a... Thanks as always for...
And as we dive in... Teams will make substitutions. And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Luguentz Dort out there with Davion Mitchell. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Westbrook in at the 3. The 3 is up. Dennis gets the bucket. Dennis has got 14 points.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from three.
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Now Mitchell. 6 points for him. Clock at 4. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Blocked! And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 14-2 run here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said, it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready. Especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. And once again, off the mark by Indiana.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
They're really working the paint now.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. And for the Pacers, they're shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Here's Wingate. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Here's Westbrook. Dennis with a rebound. Dennis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it. Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Right side read. From deep, Mitchell. Kept alive. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
You can see the coach very displeased with their defensive effort on the glass. They're giving up a bunch of second chance points. They got to get that corrected.
Zubats, he's checked in for Reed. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
The 3 from Mitchell. Again, the miss by Mitchell.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
To stop the drought. Rebounded by the Spurs. Castle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to the dude. And he drops in the layup off the glass. The dude's got 13.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
And there's the screen from deep. Wembanyama. Offensive rebound. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 32 points.
Giving up second chance buckets, a huge issue for this team.
Boy, they're getting caught spectating. You can't be a watcher out there. They're letting rebounds slip away. Everybody's got to get in there and fight for the ball.
Dort, the pass to Westbrook. Puts one up from 19. And he gets it to go off the front iron. He's got 16. San Antonio's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Pass to the dude. Over to the left wing. Here's Dennis. Takes a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Dennis has got 19 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. He sneaks in off the baseline, then elevates for a sick reverse jam.
Man, that was so pretty. Athletic basketball with a little showmanship mixed in.
Well, you know, coming off the baseline gives you the perfect setup for that reverse throwdown, and he took advantage of it.
All right, let's get an update on Naz Reid's injury. Let's go to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Pacers. It seems like there's a little tingling and swelling around the tailbone, and they're addressing it now. It's a blow to a team that was hoping to turn up the second half of the season. This is a story that we'll be following very closely.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And the Pacers shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Back to Mitchell. Can they get it? An easy two on the layup. Mitchell's got 11 points.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Pass to Wembanyama. Inside. Here's the dude. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Clark, a lot of NBA pundits like to issue bold preseason predictions. I don't think you fall into that camp.
Yeah, I'm a little more measured in that regard, B.A. I like to base my predictions on stuff that's real, not stuff that might be real. But I understand the need to try to speculate and anticipate. But there's so much that's unforeseen and unpredictable that it really is difficult to make guarantees or predictions with any basis in fact until some games have been played.
Here's the dude. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
It's obvious they've taken fewer threes here in the second half and are focused on having a more balanced offensive attack.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Three-pointer Mathurin knocks down the long J. He's got 15.
Boy, he can put together quite the stat sheet. Not much Mathurin can't do.
And, yep, it's good.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Driving in. It's deflected. Here's Valentine. Reid defending. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Pass to Zubac. On the wing, Mathurin. 15 points in the game. To the middle. Stolen. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Just 5 on the clock. And Indiana misses again. And so it's San Antonio, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Lineup here for Indiana.
Always.
Jeremy Sohan out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Jones in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. Great open look there. Vassell's got 8 here in this quarter.
And after being held scoreless in the first half, he's starting to turn it on.
Mitchell, the pass to Reed. Dort outside. Pass to Westbrook. Now here's Mitchell. And here's Dort. Will it go? Rebound by San Antonio. Sohan's got 8 rebounds in the game.
The defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Now Westbrook from the arc. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Pass to the dude. To the right side. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Wingate. Westbrook left side. Another 3 for Indiana.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Mitchell, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Wingate. Dort finds Mitchell. For 3, Westbrook. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to the dude. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Jones. Jones has got 7 points for the quarter.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Spurs.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they notch another win, number 34 of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 they had tonight. You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
The dude passes to Sohan. To the wing on the left. Here's the dude. Dort defending. Vassell, he's open. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Reed finds Westbrook. A deep 3. Sohan with a rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get
it. Mitchell with the ball. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. You let these guys like the baby, and you're going to have to stand there and watch it. MP, you're about to go off.
Coming up next, from Golden One Center in California's capital city, Sacramento, the Spurs taking on the Kings. For the Spurs, hard work paying off with the best record in the NBA, and they're determined to hold that top spot. Kings, Spurs, don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
MP and his team are trying to become a powerhouse on the defensive end of the ball. They're hoping to mount a concerted effort to slow teams down.
So far, so good. I give MP props for delivering so far on that promise. But any team can have an off night. To prove you're the real deal on defense requires a much longer stretch of time to observe.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Castle is out there with the dude. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Dennis in at the 3 spot. Well, we should be in for a good one here, Richard. This game has all the makings of a shootout.
Yeah, these are two high-powered offenses. I feel for all the defenders in this one because they're going to have their hands full.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Smith outside.
Hey, who's watching now?
Pass to Boston. Here's Snow. Clock at 6. From the wing. And he can't bank that one in. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Rockets in Houston. The dude passes to Wembanyama. Spurs passing it around. Here's the dude. He's covered by Snow. Gary gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to Snow. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Ware. Off target with his 3. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Wembanyama. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Boston. 9-point game his last outing. Ward, good.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws here for the night. And he knocks down the first one. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Here's Snow, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's Boston. Nothing on the board. Snow can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The offensive rebound. Outside for Wembanyama. Here's the dude. The shot from the low post is good. The dude's got his second bucket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The Kings trail by 8. Pass to Ward. Smith with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range.
This is right in Smith's wheelhouse, catching fire.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Kenny Atkinson. DA.
Now, he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. 3 on the clock. They swipe it. Gary, covered by Smith. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Pass to Dennis. Here's Castle. Here's the dude. He's covered by Snow. Just 5 on the clock. And that one, good. The Kings trail by 7. Here's Ward. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Snow can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Smith outside. Pass to Ward. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Castle. He has yet to score. Here's the dude. He's covered by Snow. The dude. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Snow, the pass to Ware. Here's Boston. There's a screen. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Daniels, he's checked in for Sacramento. Howard comes in for Ward. The Spurs also with the sub. Valentine's checked in and stolen by Howard. Pass to Boston. Again, the miss by the Kings. San Antonio leading by 9. Here's the dude. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Howard. Pass to Snow. Shot clock at 5. That's tipped.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Yes, that goes in.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Kings trail by 13. This one for 3. Valentine grabs the board. Snow's gone 3 of 9 tonight from the field, 33%. GA, we are right in the thick of the season. What's an overlooked challenge for these players right now?
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
No good on that one. The Kings making a switch here. Topic just checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Holmes checked in, and the second free throw, good. A minute 50 left in the first.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Topic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Gary. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 6 points for him. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. They need this, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Heads up play by Smith, giving it away instead of forcing something.
Siakam is checked in for Smith, and that one falls for Snow. Spurs leading by 13. Here's the dude. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Sacramento's ball. Here's Topic. Siakam outside. Pass to Topic. Here's Snow. And that one is off. Solid defense right there from the dude. Valentine passes to Wembanyama. That one goes in. Wembanyama has got 12 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Topic. Snow from outside. Hits it from three-point range.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
To the inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to the dude. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
For San Antonio, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Both free throws good from the dude.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Here's Snow. 14 points for him. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
What a way to finish up the quarter.
Yeah, that's 1 in 100 type shot. But hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
And so it's San Antonio in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Snow out there with Topic. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Howard in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Topic, following the bucket by the Spurs. Siakam finds Howard. Here's Snow. 11-point game his last outing. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Stolen by McDaniels. The Kings trail by 9. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan, he can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard.
He's checked in for Sacramento.
You get him, MP.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's the dude. He's covered by Snow. And there it is for him. The dude's got 16.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Peyton. Snow can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Castle. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Spurs leading by 9. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Here's Snow, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Castle. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Pass to Valentine. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. Here's the dude. Second shot opportunity. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Spurs have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Kings trail by 14. Snow the pass to Howard. Now McDaniels, and the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Kings. Smith comes in for McDaniels, and it's Ward in for Howard. Sacramento with the ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Kings shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And so Snow nails both of them. RJ, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And the Kings making a change here. Topic just checked in. Jones checked in for San Antonio. For three, Smith. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Spurs leading by 14. Down low, here's Castle. They get it back. Here's Dennis. And another shot. Castle misses. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Jacks up a three. Ward misses. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's the dude. He's got 20.
Right here.
6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Castle's got 5 points so far.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Toe pitch, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Pass to Dennis. Lets it go from the wing. Castle misses.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Ward, good. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to Houston. Jones with it. Here's the dude, and a strong finish with two hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Boston. The three. Rebound, San Antonio. What more can you say about this team? They've won 35 games in a row. No one seems to have any answers for them right now.
And while this has been a legendary run, this group seems to have a gift of the collective mentality to know that all of these wins don't matter if they don't bring home the Larry O'Brien trophy when the season is all said and done. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring.
Screen by Smith. Launches a three. Knocks down the three ball. 5 points in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for Jones. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. A moment for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Kings. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it. And if he misses a lot of games, it will obviously be a big blow to their chances of winning it all this year.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Toe pitch, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hi, Kevin. Well, the dude in the last outing against the Pacers really lit up the floor. He had 27 points, and as expected, he distributed the rock and got his teammates involved. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We'll be looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Up and in, that's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Topic. He has 7. Sacramento again missing. Here's the dude. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. That's 28 points for the dude. This Kings squad is struggling. Pass to Boston. Here's the screen. To the paint. Here's Topic. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Here's Castle. He's got 5. Here's the dude. And it's off from 3-point range. Pass to Topic. 40 seconds left in the first half. Bangs home the trifecta. Topic has got 9 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
The Spurs have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively. Nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue.
And time for a look here. And that is it for halftime.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from the dude.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
On the floor for San Antonio, you got the dude. He's out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the power forward position. And for Sacramento, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. There's the screen. Here's Boston. Pass to Smith. Here's Ward. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight.
Solid pass there from Smith Jr. You can see his court awareness improving over time.
Wembanyama trying to free himself up, and he lays it straight in. And that's now 30 points for the dude. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Smith outside. Pass to Ward. Here's Snow. Lets it go from deep. It's deflected, and so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Just 5 to shoot. Ware passes to Snow. Launches it from deep.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting 1 of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
To the middle, the dude. And he banks in the layup. The dude's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Here's Snow.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Inside. And again it will go. Basket is good from the dude. The dude's got 34 points. Kings have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Pass to Smith. There's the three. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap. But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Drives to the hoop. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Ware. Rebound, San Antonio.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
They get the rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Kings shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. They need this one. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds now in the game. It's good. He's got 14.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Snow. Takes the three. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got assist number 5 here tonight.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Castle. And Ware pulls it down. Castle's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Here's Snow. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Snow's got 5 points now this quarter.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up. Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And good that time. Snow's got 31.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
Here's the dude. He's covered by Snow. Here's Castle. They grab their own miss. Here it is. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Daniels is checked in for the Kings. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Spurs. To the middle. Here's Snow. Rebound, San Antonio. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Kings shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. And the first one drops. San Antonio making a switch here. Holmes checked in. And so Snow nails both of them. The Spurs have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the 3rd. It's tipped. Smith scanning the floor. Pass to Ware. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. And here is McDaniel. From outside, off the mark. Here's the dude. Good, nice job down low. The dude's got 38 points.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Pass to Boston. Here's Snow. Smith with it. Defended by Sohan. Pulls it from the elbow. No good there.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
Here's Boston. He has 5. No good on that one. Here's the dude. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's good from the dude. Valentine's checked in for the Spurs. Both free throws good from the dude.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Kings shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Snow. 33 points for him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pass to the dude. Here's Gary. Rebound by Smith. Here's Sacramento. Here's Snow. They set the screen. Drops in the layup for 2. Snow's got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Holmes passes to the dude. Back to Holmes. And here's Valentine for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Valentine's got his second bucket tonight.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Holmes against McDaniel. Pass to Snow. Buries it down low. Snow's got 38 points. Here's the dude. He has 40. To the paint. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Smith outside. Pass to Snow. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Snow's got 40 points.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
And that one's good, the dude.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Good on the three-point shot.
This is his second 3 this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
Down low. And the shot goes in. The dude's got 18 points just in the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Pass to Boston. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The shot's good from Snow.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Takes it inside.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
44 seconds left to play here in the third.
Get outside. He's open.
Pass to Snow. Lays it up and banks it in. Snow's got 47 points.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Valentine passes to the dude. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's the dude. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now, here is Smith. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's San Antonio running away with this one. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Smith sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. McDaniels is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Howard. Then it's Topic, and it's Snow in at the point.
And such a solid player. Devin Vassell is someone you can really trust. Gives you a bit of everything out from that wing position.
Pass to Snow. San Antonio with the rebound. To the inside, here's Jones. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Topic. Howard wide open. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
And multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Howard. Howard hits them both. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Good on the bucket. Vassell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Siakam. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Shot clock at 6. Back to Howard. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Gornev. Off target from 3-point range. Kings have gone. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analyst.
That's what I'm talking about. I gotta get up early tomorrow, wait in line for some barbecue. No overtime tonight, okay?
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. They've got Victor Wembanyama, and it's Dennis in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, they've got DeAndre Ayton, Brandon Pajemski out there with Usman Garuba, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. And Grant, sitting at the midway point of the season now, as a player, does it feel that way, or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer, whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
Here's Dennis. Drained it for 2 points.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Pass to De Silva. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Wembanyama. Here's the dude. Up and in on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
There's a screen. Pass to Hall. Unloads from 13. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. That shot off the mark. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Pajemski. Here's Hall. Last game for him, he picked up 13.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
5 on the clock from 12 feet. Rebound by San Antonio. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
Castle for 3. De Silva with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A group of teams that love to run. The NBA leaders in fast break scoring. The Spurs, number 1.
This squad loves to run. Their coaches allow them to play quick, free basketball, and it shows up in their fast break points.
Picked it out of midair. Here we go. Here's Castle. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he dunks it down.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. They set a pick. Here's Garuba. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Spurs lead by 3. The drive by Wembanyama, the dude. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. With the step back, here's Hall. Count it, 2 for 4 from the field now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Pass to the dude. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Hayden with it. Pass to Garuba. Now here's Pajemski. Misses a 3. Here's Castle. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And the Warriors making a change here. George is checked in. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history, the San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter, I hear, too.
Good-looking guy.
Warriors trail by 9. To the inside. From the right block. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. George passes to Ayton. Here's Hall. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Hall's got 6.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession. Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Golden State has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Ayton. George outside. Over Castle. Rebound by San Antonio. Last time they met in San Antonio.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose the rebounding battle.
Here's De Silva. No good with the triple. Spurs lead by 13. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Hall. He has 6. And the Warriors miss again.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Outside Podziemski. A shot to stop the run. Hits a three-pointer.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The dude's shot is off. Count it. And the Spurs lead by 16.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
George outside. Over to the wing. Here's De Silva. A 14-point game for him in the win against Detroit. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Up top, Podziemski. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
A minute 37 left in the first quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Keontae George. San Antonio shooting their second and third shots at the line here. That one's off. There's 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That one goes. Count it. The dude's got 14 points for the game.
like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so it's San Antonio looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
I'll tell you what, judging from that first period, you have to love what they're doing offensively.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
Keontae George out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Usman Garuba. Then it's Bouknight. And it's McGee in at power forward. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Here's Simons. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Simons has gotten his second bucket of the game.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot. You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
The three. Sohan with a rebound.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
The dude passes to Valentine, and that one drops for him. He's got 6.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
McGee a screen for 3. George. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Vassell left side. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
Warriors trail by 20. George outside. Now Simons. 17 points for him. Last game against Detroit. Sohan with a rebound. Sohan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Vassell. Off target from 3-point range. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to McGee. Oh, it's stolen. And here's Vassell to the paint. Here's Sohan. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
There's a screen from Garuba. There's Simons with a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Sohan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Vassell. Banked it in off the glass. Vassell's got his second bucket of the night.
And this is what it's all about inside. Vassell willing to get physical to finish his motion.
Simons passes to Garuba. Lets it go from 11. And that one hits the back iron.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
It's McGee, high post. Oh, he buries the 20-footer. McGee's got his first basket. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Valentine passes to the dude. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
The Warriors have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, the dude in their last time out against the Mavericks was tremendous. He dropped an amazing number of points and did what he always does. He got others involved. A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun. especially when you have it going like he did.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Yep, that one goes. Simons has got 7 points in the game. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Stan, you coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting 76%. You don't see this often. Stolen by Ayton. McGee for 3. Rebounded by Castle. Out left to the wing. Here's the dude. Pass to Castle. Here's the dude. 5 to shoot. Spurs need to get one up here. Dennis. San Antonio again can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ayton with a screen. And it's Simons missing. Simons has gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Lets a floater go. Knocked away. Pass to Dennis. Here's the dude. This one for 3. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Hall passes to Simons. From outside the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting only 36% during the second. Simons outside. Fires from the wing. Rebound by San Antonio.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Pass to De Silva. There's a screen from Garuba. Here's De Silva. He has 6. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And that's just terrific body control by Ayton. Setting a solid pick and then quickly getting himself open.
The dude passes to Wembanyama. Here's the dude. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Pajemski into the lane. Takes one from 10 feet. That one is off. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
The Warriors shooting just 35% from the floor. Ayton in the high post. Back to Garuba. Pass to Hall. There's the triple. San Antonio with a rebound. 1:57 left to play in the second quarter. Down low. Here's the dude. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
San Antonio shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Here in the second period, he's made a concerted effort to attack and get himself to the line.
George, he's checked in for Hall. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
George passes to Garuba. Left side, Pajemski. There's a screen from Garuba. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Pajemski's got his second bucket on the night.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second. He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And so George will bring it up for the Warriors. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
The dude gets the bucket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
George passes to Ayton. Up top, Pajemski. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. 50 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Castle. Here's the dude. Out to the wing. Fires the three. The offensive rebound.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Pass to Ayton. Blocked! Driving inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's George. He got a piece of it, and we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Spurs opening up a huge gap. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
You gotta call my agent now.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shaq?
I would agree, my brother.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, the Spurs shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. So on the floor for the Spurs, they've got Castle, and it's the dude in at the point. Count it. The dude's got 37.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Pass to De Silva.
Hey, who's watching?
There's a screen from Garuba. De Silva, no good. De Silva's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Here's Dennis from downtown. Nails it from 3. Dennis has got 5 points.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. Not a great start to this second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
The dude passes to Wembanyama. Castle for 3. De Silva with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Garuba. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
And so he makes both from the line. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Dennis. And he gets that one. Dennis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside Pajemski. There's a screen. The 3. And the Warriors miss again.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And that one's good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to De Silva. 3-pointer. Sinks the tray. De Silva's got 9.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's the dude. Yep, count it.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Hall. Give him 8. The rebound by the Spurs. Castle's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's the dude. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The dude's got 41.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Pass to Castle. For 3. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Drops in the 3.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this half.
Here's the dude and the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Pass to Garuba from behind the arc. And the Warriors with another three.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Outside Pajemski. Jacks up a three. Rebound by San Antonio. Sohan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's the dude. 43 points in the game. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Here's Hall. Three-pointer off the mark. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Here's Wembanyama. To the wing, right side. No good on the three.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. This is his second trip to the line in the game. No good on the free throw. George, he's checked in for the Warriors. Simons comes in for Hall. And San Antonio with a change here too. Valentine's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And he's good on the second. San Antonio's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. The dude passes to Valentine. No one near him. He squares up and sinks it. Valentine's got 10 points in the game.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
Golden State has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's the dude. And he banks in the layup. The dude's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Well, the Warriors shooting just 33% so far in this game. Simons outside, puts up a three. Counted from distance. He's got 10.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Takes the three. The shot, no good. Spurs shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. Goes up on the wing. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Simons got 5 points now in the quarter.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to the dude. And there's a pick from about 19. And Aiden pulls it down. Aiden's got 4 rebounds now. Here's George. Sohan with some nice D. San Antonio's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Good work there as it goes. The dude's got 49 in the game.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
George passes to Simons. Outside Pajemski. Out to Simons. Tries the spin move. Scores off the spin. Simons got 14 points for the game.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
George over to help. Here he goes. Count the basket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
1:33 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Outside Pajemski. Back to Simons. To the inside. Ayton. He gets it in there.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Pass to the dude. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Ayton with the defensive effort. Pajemski into the lane. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night. And he knocks down the first one. And the Warriors make some changes. Williams comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's book night in for Garuba. And so he's able to get one of two.
They've been playing with much greater physicality.
He's deciding to change it up. Now a timeout called by Golden State. The dude passes to Vassell. No luck on that one. The Warriors have gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Usman Garuba. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Hall in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. The Spurs have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the fourth quarter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Now here's Pajemski. Check by Sexton. Ayton in the high post. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to Garuba. Outside Pajemski. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Sexton. On the take. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
The nimbleness of Sexton on the drive makes him tough to stop. He can just squeeze right past you.
Here's Garuba. Sinks that one from the post.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's the dude driving to the basket. Jones finds Sexton. Here's the dude, Vassell outside. Shot clock at 5. Jones sets a screen. And that's good. Vassell for 3. Vassell's got 5 points in the quarter.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Pass to Ayton. Back to Garuba. Here's Hall. Jones grabs the board. Sohan outside. Here's the dude. The rebound by Hall. Hall's got 4 rebounds in the game. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
Here's the dude. Good. He hits again. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Golden State has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's Hall. Deflected. To the paint. Here's the dude. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Garuba. They can't stop the run with that one. San Antonio's gotten 4 of 7 three-pointers to fall in the fourth. Outside Sexton. Pass to the dude. Outside Sexton.
Right here.
Garuba with a rebound.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And looking at their record after this victory, this will be their 37th of the year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the dude.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight. They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
One shot.
There you go.
46 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Aiden. Now Pajemski over Vassell. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort. Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The three ball. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's the dude. Vassell outside. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Great win tonight, MP.